I push that up. All right, and then I'll go find this lady. So I think we're on the fifth week. Does that sound right?
I was just
Mhm.
about to ask.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. I kind of skipped around with like different types of speakers just because it's kind of nice to hear from some, just different age levels and stuff as opposed to all of them being the same. So I'm probably supposed to go with this gal over here, but that's okay. We'll catch her later. So, all right. Well, here is Bridget Shaw.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Oh, wow. I am so excited to be with you. My name is Bridget Shaw, National Sales Director. And when I got the call from Karen to be one of the speakers for Boss Babes 2025 and Blazing the Trail edition, of course I said yes, because this program has just been so valuable for so many people. And so, yes, again, Karen, thank you for putting out and producing this amazing program. So, you guys, let me tell you, when I started my Mary Kay business, I was in my 20s. My husband and I were both finishing up degrees. I was finishing my accounting degree. He was in seminary. We were both working full-time jobs. We had a 1 year old. And so we had to figure out how to make a lot of things work. I met National Sales Director Emeritus Kathy Halou while I was on vacation. And I was in the midst of trying to figure out life. I wanted more. I wanted more money. I wanted flexibility and friends, all the things that Mary Kay had to offer. I just didn't know anything about Mary Kay. And so when she approached me, it was almost like a fast no, but I'm so grateful that my husband was there and nudged me and said, you should try this business because it has become very much a family business. And so I will tell you that when I came home to start my business, I found that there was a little hiccup for me. And this was my blazing of the trail, you guys. My hiccup was that I worked from 3 until 11 because I went to school in the morning. And my husband worked midnight because he went to school in the morning so that someone would be there with Kayla after, I guess it was aftercare, daycare, something, I don't know. But anyway, and so our schedules were not traditional. And at that time, everything that was done for training and for recognition, all the things that were in place to build a business, those things happened while I was at work. And so we had to create a way for me to stay connected. And it really came down to sheer will and desire. I'm so grateful that my recruiter was able to paint a vision of what Mary Kay would do for my family. I'm so grateful that my adoptive sales director, Agnes Stewart at the time, taught me how uh, to create an anchor and hold on. And what I mean by that is I created a desire and a goal board of what it was I wanted from my Mary Kay business. And I so wanted to be able to work full time and to bring home an executive income. And so the visualization of that anchor was that whenever things didn't feel like they were going the way I wanted them to go, I was anchored. And then the vision part of what Mary Kay had to offer, my recruiter, her lifestyle, her beliefs were aligned with mine. God first, family second, career third, just like Mary Kay, the business, opportunity, the model. And so all of those things created a very strong desire for me. So, what I'm saying is, as you're blazing the trail for your business, you've got to figure out what it is that you really, really, really want. And that way you become unshakable, right? Because when you're building a business, you're going to have unexpected things that will come up. And that is when you need an anchor. And so for me, in blazing this trail of figuring out how to work my business and stay connected, even though I was unable to go to events, I had to find different ways. And so I had to find a way to stay plugged into my leader. So you can imagine there were a lot of phone calls, there were a lot of emails going out. And whenever I held an appointment, I would call her after the appointment, tell her the things that I love, tell her the things that I wanted to change. We do a little quick tweak and I go back out in the field again and work. And so really I had to figure out how to stay connected, even though I wasn't going to the success meeting. I listen to a lot of CDs and tapes. Oh my gosh, I'm aging myself, but you guys know what I mean. I listen to a lot of training segments from people who were where I wanted to be. Anytime the company offers an opportunity for you to be in front of people who are really blazing the trail with their businesses, that is what I mean when I say plug in to your leader and those who are where you want to be. Next, I had to create a tight schedule because I was in school, so I had to study. I had time with my child. I was working full time. And so a tight schedule for me was if I was going to go to a success meeting, I had that time blocked out. And if I was going to hold a class or a party, I had that time blocked out. And when there was Bible study, I had that time blocked out, right? So my schedule was tight. When I said I was going to do something, I was doing it. If I had a party that canceled, I would then do customer care calls or a sell-a-thon. I used to call it a sell-a-thon. So in that hour time that I would have been doing a party, I would instead do a sell-a-thon and do customer care calls or selling games with my customers. But if it was a time for me to work, I was going to work. If it was a time for me to play, I was going to play with no regrets because my schedule was always so tight. I always stayed organized. That's my next point. Stay organized. Let me tell you, one of my girlfriends would always say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? And so I always had my trays. This sounds really small, but it was such a big deal for someone who had such a busy schedule. But I always had my trays ready to go. I always had my starter kit cleaned and ready to go. When I came home from one party, I took the time to set it up for the next party. And so when it was time to go, I didn't have to get it ready. I could just pick it up and leave. I kept my products organized. Now listen, I'm not telling you that you need to spend hours organizing product because as quick as I was organizing it, it was leaving my shelf as well. But I kept things organized. I kept things in place. If someone wanted to stop by, there was a visual that they could see all the products that I have. And it was a lot of times that I would upsell. So it was just a matter of me staying organized and ready at all times. And then I was very disciplined. I kind of touched on that already. Sometimes I worked 2 hours a week, and then I was eventually able to move it up to 4 hours a week. And eventually I got up to probably as much as 15 hours a week, working my business very, very part time. And so when I say you have to be disciplined with your time, that's what I mean, you guys. Blazing the trail in a business when you've never seen another person in your family be an entrepreneur, when you're not really able to be in the same city as your recruiter. Discipline with your time is crucial because we can get inside of our heads and we can start to be resentful of the time that we're spending building our businesses. Or when we're having playtime or free time with our family, we're worried about what we should be doing in our businesses. And that's not how it works. And so the discipline for me was really strict. I say strict, but not, it was in a weekly plan sheet. It was always listed. My family knew what I was going to be doing, when I was going to be doing it. And that way, we could organize our life around, my schedule of school, work, building a Mary Kay business. It was all in one place so that we could organize and be disciplined with it. And it passed on to my children. They were able to create that same kind of discipline and tight schedule for their lives in school and sports and things like that. And then that just trickles right on down to what I was going to share next. Include your family in everything. Everything. My kids were able to help me put labels on the back of my products. They were able to help me bag the products. They knew that, we were working towards a fabulous trip for the family, or we were working on a new electronic gig device for the family. So they always felt like they were connected. But in that process of helping the family to build our Mary Kay business, they got a lot of skill sets that they're able to use today. So when I think about blazing a trail for you as a beauty consultant, it is really going to be whatever you have to do that is different, that looks different from the way it's being laid out. Right now, it might be the fun of being able to work your business and do it in person, and at the same time have someone else that's watching and they're virtual. I love working that way. You know, I used to take a facial with me to a party. Now I can do a party in someone's home and then set it up where I have someone else that is watching virtually and building. Just being able to create different ways. And as you do that in selling the product, people who are watching you are also going to start to think, wow, this is going to be something that I can create and put into my life, and I can work this differently for me. So not only are you going to be selling product and building customers, but by blazing this trail of doing things differently, the way that it fits your family, you're also going to be able to teach another woman how to build a business for her family. Okay? So I'm just telling you, be a boss babe, be a bad chick, blaze a trail, and do it the way you need to do it to have an incredible Mary Kay journey.
All righty. Yay. Okay, now coming back. Did I do it? Oh, I did it. I didn't lose you this time. Exciting. Okay. Well, wow, that was great. What kind of takeaways did you get from her story or things that you thought were helpful?
I think including your family is probably important. I mean, I see you do that, Leah. You get the kids involved in your lives and things like that. So I think involving your family is important.
Oh yeah. Otherwise there wouldn't be as many lives. There'd be yeah. Although I used to do lives like before they would wake up or after they went to bed, and I still do some of that. But if they're home and I'm doing like the 21-day skincare challenge, it's kind of entertaining to have them come in. You just never know what they're gonna say, so it can be good and bad. So yeah, I think that's great. Let's see what else here. Anything that inspired you, or you thought? I saw that Nettie said she wants to get more organized. It always feels good to get organized, for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And oh, go ahead. I also got she did it by sheer will and desire. Create an anchor and hold on, and plug into your leader.
Yeah, I like that. And you just kind of hang on, especially when it's not going how you think. Oh, hi,
Yep.
Bailey.
Yeah. He saw me on a call and had to join.
Oh yeah, just like my kids. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, we were on the phone today trying to give insurance information, and sure enough, Jeremiah decides to come in the bedroom and jump on the bed and say, right now is the best time for this? I don't think so. Lady on the other side thought it was hilarious, so I'm glad. Here. I also like how she was so organized that she has everything set up for the next time. I think that's really good because then you're not just spending all your time cleaning because you've already done it. So you're all set up. And if somebody stops by unannounced and you're doing parties in your basement or whatever you do, then ta-da, you're ready to go.
Yeah, she
So,
said, stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
yes, I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
I love that idea. Yeah, that's great.
And I
And
also
then
like, go ahead. She said, figure out what you really want. And then I don't think I got the rest, but I think it's figure out what you really want, and that will get you where you want to be. I think that was
Yes.
the ending. Okay.
Yeah, and like find out what you want to do to get there or how you're going to get there. So, yeah, right now it's good to kind of give yourself a goal, like what is it that you're hoping to achieve, or are you hoping to earn a little extra cash for
Mhm.
this or that. What is it that you're doing? Because then once you've got that there, you kind of, okay, I'm focused. I'm laser focused. I'm trying to pay off this bill or whatever. It's
Yeah.
nice when it's a fun thing, but sometimes it realistically is just paying off some bills. And so,
Mhm.
oh, that's good. Good to have a goal out there.
Just staying disciplined.
Oh, staying disciplined. Yes, absolutely. That's easier said than done, huh?
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, that's good though. But Georgie, you got out there this last week and put out a fish bowl, and so that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I got my lead boxes out. So
Awesome. I hope you hear lots
Yeah.
back.
yeah, I'll go check them on Thursday before
Okay.
I go to Mississippi. So
Okay, nice. Well, that's exciting. Great. Yeah. So anyway, I liked what she had to share. I thought it was really good, and I'm seeing lots of just all around, lots of us just working, doing our little happy hostess party or sharing, new products and that kind of stuff in our groups, which is really great. And I've been trying to do some different things as well with just trying like a 15-minute, what do you call it, like a messenger party. I want to do that too. I haven't had anybody say yes yet. So once I have somebody say yes, I can tell you how it goes. But I have heard of like even instead of doing the messenger party, you could do a texting party as well. But I think it's nice because I've got like, if you have something like Project Broadcast, you can send the text messages out separately. So it's not going to like 15 people all at the same time. And then they're all getting bombarded by everybody's messages. So I don't know. I think I'll try the messenger thing and see how that goes first. And then if somebody really wants to
Cool.
do a texting one, then we'll do that. But it's basically just 15 pictures showing the new products and then some of our main ones. And then, yeah, it's pretty easy. So I'll let you know once I get it going. And I think it could be kind of nice because it's, sometimes you just know what you want. You want to just do your shopping, be done instead of like sitting in a party for a whole week. So this might be a faster way to do that. And then you can keep the link open longer, of course. So just another thought. So many ideas out there.
yeah, I think I'm going to try to,
George,
depending on what my leads are and what I get back from my lead boxes, because I'm in a university / college town, and being part of the Pink Post community, they have a dorm party. So,
Yeah.
and I downloaded it today. So, yeah, as I said, depending on what my response is to my lead boxes, because I actually put them in coffee shops that are right smack dab in the middle of the university. So, just depending on what it is, I might see how the dorm party goes, whether it be online or in person. Kind of play around with it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
So I'll let everybody know just to see how it goes.
That's exciting.
I was just going to ask you where you put your boxes. So thank you.
Yeah, they're like smaller independent coffee shops. One is and it's really busy. And then the other one is also a coffee shop, but it's in the bottom of a hotel. And it's called the Madison Hotel. But they're both right smack dab in the middle of the university. So
Wow.
So
I'm
Georgie,
hoping
did you buy your boxes or did you make them?
they're the lead boxes off of MK Connections.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
So, and I've had them probably since I started. So I'm going to see how they go. If I don't get a lot of responses from them, I'm going to make my own next time. So
Mhm.
I'll just see.
Do you kind of like attach a pen to it so that
Mhm.
they see? Okay, that's what I've seen and thought, oh, that's such a good idea because then they're not fumbling around trying to find a pen. It's right there, and Oh, that's
So,
great.
yeah, yeah, I just attached a pin. Yeah, I just Gorilla Glue, Gorilla Glue, and just like a piece of yarn, or I don't remember what I used. Um, yeah, and a pen. And the ones from MK Connections, everything comes with it. So, and you get like 3 boxes, and you get the little
Oh.
notepads that they fill out to put in there. And um, so, but like I said, if that doesn't work, then I'm going to try like either fish bowls or maybe just making my own. Like I said, well, I'm going to see how it goes. And like when I asked them, you know, I just told them who I was, that I was trying to build my business, and asked them if I could put a lead box on the counter. And both places were very, very receivable about it. I told them I'd be back in a week to check them. Um, and and they were both very receivable, so they were both fine with it. So
Great.
we'll see.
Awesome. Well, that's good. I suppose just even asking the business itself is the first step. I didn't even think about that. Like, couldn't you just set it there? Probably not.
Yeah.
Good.
So, and like one of them, I had to wait, like, because the manager they were just really busy, and I had to wait like 10 minutes just to even talk to the manager. So,
Wow.
so
Sure.
sometimes it took a little patience, and but like I waited, and
Probably worth
you
the
know,
wait.
so, and I went out, it was definitely, I had a dress on, I had my red jacket on, I had my pins
Great.
on. So, it was definitely, so, I made sure it was Mary Kay all the way, all day. So, and I was out like literally all day that day. So I was doing stuff. I had a delivery to make. I had some other stuff to do. So
Nice.
I also passed out blessing bags that day too. So like the ladies, whoever was working at the coffee shops that day also got blessing bags, and I got their information. So it just worked out that way too. So
That's great. Wow. I did some of those little blessing type bags on the 13th because it was like Galentine's Day, and I was at the mall after Weight Watchers. I needed to get my walk on. And so I just would hand them out to random people, like, or real nice little store owners and stuff like that. But then I'm like, man, I chickened out. I didn't get their phone numbers or anything. But at least I was just noticing the ladies there that were doing a great job, and you never know what might come from that. So anyway,
true.
I'll get braver. But I did have my number and my card and all that stuff in there, so see what happens. But gotta start somewhere, right? And I handed one out at the lady, the gal from Aldi. She was not even impressed. I was just like, "Hi, happy Valentine's Day! Thanks so much. You did a great job. Here you go. This is for you." And she's like, "Oh, thanks." I'm like, all right. She never know. That just might be her personality too. So.
I handed out a sample of a lotion to the cashier once when I was selling Perfectly Posh before they like went under and everything. And it was a little sample of a hand lotion. And when I got home, she had already placed an order for it on my website.
Wow.
So,
Well, cool.
yeah, so you never know, you might get something.
Yeah,
And I
it's
didn't get
worth
her
it.
information either. I was just like, here, I just want to give you a gift. You're working so hard.
Yeah. Well, I
Mhm.
think that's sometimes a nice way because then you know for sure if they're interested if they contact you. So that's good.
Yeah.
So to be braver. So I'm going to work on that. Awesome. Well, good. Thanks for sharing about that. And then, oh, MK Connections, you've got the facial
Oh,
boxes
thanks.
up there. Awesome. Thank you, Amy.
I'll
Moving
post it in the chat too.
Okay, perfect. And then you met with your hospice gal for the first time too.
I did. It went very, very well. I'm really going to love her. Um, she's, I think, 83 or 84. And we have so much in common. She speaks Spanish and English. I'm learning Spanish. I can speak like a toddler. Um, but I know a
Great.
lot of songs in Spanish from missions trips. And so we sang some songs together. And then she mentioned that she used to play the accordion. Well, I used to play the accordion like 50 years
Okay.
ago. So her daughter-in-law lugged it out of the closet and I played the accordion for her.
Oh,
But I
wow.
gave her
goodness.
the socks and lotion and they were thrilled. So,
Oh, that's nice.
and I'm going to
Wonderful.
be taking the rest of them to a volunteer mixer at the hospital or the hospice location for them to
Okay.
give out to other people because I'm only going to have one patient.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
anyway,
That's nice.
yeah.
Yay. Well, great. Sounds like a good week and really sweet
Yes.
lady. And accordion. You're gonna have
I
a
know.
demo here.
I know. I got it 50 years ago and played it in church when I was a teenager. Um, I finally sold it about 25 years ago. So
Oh, okay. Oh,
anyway,
that's cool. Well,
yep,
great. Well, appreciate you sharing. Anything else others want to
sure.
share before I let you go, or just gonna keep
I'm
blazing
good.
trails and booking parties and little facials and stuff? Think it's fun.
Yes. Her house. Oh my gosh, her house was gorgeous. Sorry.
Oh,
I,
oh,
you see her backdrop? It was this beautiful chandelier and white columns and oh my gosh, it was gorgeous.
wow.
Anyway. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm talking about Bridget,
Oh,
the
I thought that was gal
director
in
that
hospice,
spoke.
and I was wondering
No,
how that
no,
was happening. So, okay, I was like, wow, that's a nice
no.
swanky place she's at.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Oh,
My
you're
mind
good.
went off in another direction already.
Yeah, I thought for
Anyway,
a second.
that is
I don't
all.
think that's AI related. I'm pretty sure that's legit her house.
Oh
So
yeah, I'm sure it is too.
yeah. If you have 30 new recruits every month,
Yeah.
you too can have a house with columns.
Yes.
Then yeah.
Yeah.
Leah,
Yes.
how close are you to the car?
Let's see here. I think we're getting close to 18,000 wholesale left. So, we're making strides. But yeah, I'm still working on adding new. So that always helps a lot because if they become like Great Start qualified, then we get an extra 600 added on to that automatically as well. So
Yeah.
that's why I was working really hard with a couple of gals this past month, but we didn't quite get there for them. But
Oh,
that's okay. It's all good. We still have I think one other gal that she has till March to get Great Start qualified. So keep working with her and a couple others wanting to place their first orders. So that's good. So that will
Cool.
help. Yeah. So all of us working together and I'm just
Playing.
on the journey. So yeah, I appreciate all of your hard work and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Leah.
yeah, thank
Um,
you.
Of course. All right.